Alright, so this is a little bit called the Stilts of Slaughter. Walking around the farmer's market in humid heat, the former part of the atmosphere of the day being a byproduct of the heavy monsoon last night, which was the first of its kind here in this year in Tucson, and quite a number of years to be frank. Other than that, it extenuated the already blistering heat as is typical of the Sonoran Desert. It was a clear and, for now, dare I say it, beautiful day, just short of downtown and right near the University of Arizona's agricultural wings. I'd gone on this Sunday with my grandmother to get some salad material. Fresh grown basil, lettuce, hoping to find some tomatoes, which unfortunately only resulted in a bunch, which were dried and cracked on this occasion. Oh well, Whole Foods should have a decent selection as backup. Also stopping to grab a pack of homemade flour tortillas, then heading back to the car, where amongst the tinted vendors and moving bodies about them, a figure emerged, raising to an astonishing height above the crowd. This tattooed young woman in a gray dress that obscured her actual walking limbs was standing above the mass on a metallic set of stilts. On the way back to the car, just reaching the gravel parking lot, when out of the corner of my eye I see the stilted woman lift up one leg, far higher than should be possible on stilts, as her skin began to shed off, making it clear the extended ligatures were actually part of her whole body. She proceeded to bring down the leg, stomping onto the moving shoppers surrounding her, while blades like a mace sprung from each side. The face of this entity, ridden entirely of the skin and hair from it, had just minutes before was clearly that of some automation, scanning the crowd that was panicked as she, or it, went on a rampage, stomping on everyone moving to escape. Uniquely, the mechanical being left those two stunned to move away unscathed beyond splashes of blood and other bodily fluids spraying them as a result of the mayhem. Luckily, by that point, I had already reached the car and was sitting in the passenger seat watching this all unfold. Suddenly, from the nearby ditch, somewhat wet from the aforementioned storm last night, a troop of velociraptors emerged and attacked the slaughtering, stilted being. It took out one of the four swiftly before the other three managed to pin down the mechanical monster, snapping off its extended ligatures before dragging it back down into the ditch from where they came. As quickly as it had began, it was over, and the local news affiliate helicopter could be seen in the distance before even the ambulance sirens for the wounded and dead could be audible. And that's the end of that. It's a 100% true account of Sunday, but actually I find it interesting that while I was writing it down and, the fact there were velociraptors there, that while I was jotting it down and then typing it up, that Sam Neill, who played Alan Grant in the Jurassic Park franchise, died. And, while I don't personally particularly care all that much beyond enjoying the movies, I find it somewhat of an interesting synchronicity, at least in the Jungian sense. Especially as his character in the series is introduced at the excavation of a raptor bone site, demonstrating in a sort of cynical explanation with a dug up claw to this curious tubby kid just how the beast of prey would kill him. But yeah, that was Sunday. Absolutely true story about velociraptors and giant and mechanical people. I don't know. It was absolutely true. Just trust me.